What's up, blockchain gang? Today, I'm gonna go over the best pet builds for uncommon and rare spirit pets. Instead of covering each pet individually, I'm going to put these pets into groups based on which type of build they work best with, and alternatives to use if you have not yet unlocked all of the rare pets. I will also cover the best spirit treasures to use in each build. In a future video, I'll cover each epic pet individually on how they would fit into each build as you're able to summon them, so make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss that video. A player will usually unlock all uncommon pets in the first week or two of play, and all rare pets in the first month or two. Many times that last pet can be hard to get due to RNG, which is why I've tried to provide as many alternatives or substitutions as possible to get you by until then. So let's do it.
Yeah. Ooh, ah. Oh, don't you know that's the sound of the men working on the chain. One more. Gang. Don't you know that's the sound of the men working on the chain. Gang. Can you even say it? Ooh, ah.
The first build is probably the most important, as you will spend most of your time grinding monsters for experience. For this build, we want to focus on experience boosts as much as possible or monster damage. The Wild Charger Seahorse gives you a 10% experience boost with a 3% all damage increase. The Red Wolf Doggo gives you a 10% experience boost with a 6% reduction to skill damage. The Oinker Piggo gives you a 10% experience boost with a 6% monster damage reduction. And the Greenfinch Ring gives you a 10% experience boost, 10% bash damage reduction, and 6% monster damage reduction. If you don't have one of these pets unlocked yet, some good substitutes from the uncommons would be the Carapace Beetle Knight with a 5% experience boost, the Canine Boss Wolfden with the 4% monster damage boost, as well as the Celestial Cat Never Meow with the same. For rare pets, you can get away with using the Soul Messenger Lamper with the 10% bash damage boost, 6% monster damage, 10% copper, and meditation boost. The Vampiric Bad Driscup with 10% crit damage, 10% bash damage, 2% lucky drop, and 2% health. The Skeleton Lionheart or Runki with 6% skill damage boost, 6% boost to health potions. The Azure Dragon Horyong will help you save copper by healing you and reducing your health potion usage, while the Millennial Fox Solari will accomplish the same for mana and increase your drop rate by 10%. For spirit treasures, experience boosts and monster damage increases will be the most effective to use while grinding monsters with this build. Most people would agree that the next most important build will be for PvP, but I will also cover working builds for all the earners later. I really like having the three-tailed snow fox in this build because of the chance to get an extra dodge that will often help you chase down your enemy or escape, as well as the 10% crit damage reduction and 6% boss damage boost. Next up would be the Vampiric Bad Driscup, with bonuses we covered earlier. I realize some of these pets will repeat from the list of alternatives because there's no way to know which order you will summon these pets in, and I wanted this guide to be as flexible as possible. Third pick would be the Violent Monk Targon with 10% crit damage boost, 6% boss damage boost, and 2% increased health. Fourth would be the Skeleton Lionheart Urunki with a 6% skill damage boost and 6% health potion boost. The last spot can be filled out with the Azure Dragon Horyung for better health regen or the Millennial Fox Solari for better mana regen. Some alternatives from the uncommon variety could be the Bullmaster Mumu or Dark Serpent Mulsa, both with an 8% increase to crit damage. The PvP spirit treasures work well in this build, as well as the treasures that increase bash or crit damage. You could also use treasures to boost your debilitation success or resistance. Warriors and Lancers should probably focus this build on knockdown success and Taoists on bonus healing. Next we have a boss build, which is probably the least important of the three combat builds, and can be skipped entirely if you decide to do so. Pets we have already covered, such as the Millennial Fox Solari and Azure Dragon Horyung, work well due to the extended boss fights to regen mana and health respectively. The three-tailed Snow Fox's additional evasion can also be a real lifesaver when dodging a powerful attack or recovering from being knocked down. Serenity Akka increases monster and boss damage by 6% and increases your drop rate by 10%. Some great alternatives for this build would be the Violent Monk Targon, Vampiric Bad Driscup, and Skeleton Lionheart Urunki. For uncommons, the Monkey King Ape Staff and Bunny Guru Hoppy offer additional bonus damage, while the Hip Wizard Potamus will increase your drop chances. Spirit treasures that increase boss damage, bash damage, and crit damage all work best in this build. Now we get to the worker builds, and you have to remember that there are only 5 quick build slots. So if you have 3 combat loadouts, you can only have 2 earning loadouts, and vice versa. This is an important decision to make, as there are 3 types of combat builds and 3 types of work, so a sacrifice will need to be made, and that is entirely up to you. Personally, I have 3 combat builds, a mining build, and a final build that is a combination of gathering and meditation boosts. The Verdant Angel Flurry grants a 3% all damage boost and 10% to gathering and mining. The Bunny Guru Hoppy grants a 4% boss damage boost and 5% to gathering and mining. The Azure Dragon Horyung grants a 10% boost to meditation, while the Ocean Lord Goonster has 5% on meditation. The Soul Messenger Lamper will also grant a 10% bonus to meditation. Alternatives in this build include any rare pet that you are not using in one of your other builds so that they can hold 2 treasures, as well as any uncommon pets that are not especially useful in combat, such as the Lantern Master Lamphound, Warrior God General, Disguise Master Cha-Cha, or Celestial Cat Nervameow. The best treasures are obviously mining boost for your mining build, gathering boost for your harvesting build, but currently there isn't a treasure that allows you to boost your meditation, so you will rely on the pets themselves for these boosts, and remember that there are 2 treasures that work while you are harvesting. I often get questions about how players should build their characters based upon which class they're playing as. The 3 main types of builds are full offensive, full defensive, and a hybrid option somewhere in the middle. Of course, each of these builds can have various sub-builds, such as a full offensive build that focuses mostly on skill, bash, and all damage boosts, compared to a full offensive build that focuses on crit and crit damage boost. What I have found from my experiences is that it doesn't really matter which class you play as, because it all boils down to your opponent's build and a type of rock, paper, scissors triad. If you have a full offensive build, you will lose in 1v1 PvP most of the time to a full defensive build if the power is similar. Then a full defensive build will lose to a hybrid build, and finally a hybrid build will often lose to a full damage build. This is not a rule that is set in stone, of course, as each battle will contain a certain amount of RNG and skill diff, but if you duel 10 times in a row with someone of equal power, it will often follow this rule, the majority of the time. With the most recent update, we'll be able to see much more information about each player's build, so this should help in further testing. Those are all the tips I have for your uncommon and rare spirit pets and treasures. Be sure to let me know which uncommon and rare pets are your favorite down below in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe so we can do this again sometime.
Commander, do you think that we have any chance of surviving?
If I were you, Counselor, I wouldn't ask me that question. I would ask him.
Why?
Because he's the one who believes in miracles.
I believe in miracles since you came along, you sexy thing.